Go.
Hi, my name is Kathleen Sanchez, and I am in Professor Foley's ELM-200 class at Grand Canyon University. In this video, I am going to present what project-based learning is in the classroom. Project-based learning is an approach to a specific topic that allows the students to build upon their knowledge through hands-on, authentic learning. They will be presented with a question, and throughout the project they will come up with a solution to the problem. So their approach, the students will drive the activities within this project versus the teacher dictating or making them follow specific steps. The students will be able to present their ideas and their approach to how to solve the problem. They will brainstorm. Through this approach, by working in teams, they will learn to communicate, brainstorm, and engage with others and with the world around them. PBL promotes problem-solving skills and critical thinking abilities, which is very useful in today's workforce and in today's world as they get older. The project-based learning activity that I have decided to present on will be for first graders in the subject of science. It is on endangered animals. So to begin this unit, I would encourage the students all to bring in a stuffed animal from home. I would tell them it would need to be an animal, either a cow, a cat, a dog, giraffe, whatever. I would have additional animals or additional pictures for students that might not bring them from home. We would sit on the rug at the front of the classroom. We would talk about the different animals. We would pull them up on the smart board or the screen to find out whether they would be considered an endangered animal or an animal that was not at risk. We would sort them into circles on the floor so that students could see their animals. So if somebody brought in a giraffe, they would put that one in an the endangered species. But if they had a kitty cat from home, they would put that in the not endangered topics. After that, we would then come up with a question on one of the questions might be is, how can we help these endangered animals, or what makes these specific animals endangered? So that would present the question on where we would go with the project. So after that, the students would break up into groups, and I would have the groups then choose which an animal out of the endangered species circles to decide on their animal that they would be focusing on throughout their project. So if a group of 5 students chose to do research on giraffes, they would then take that animal, and that would be their animal for the whole duration of the project. There's no set time for the duration of the project, because the students are driving it. Yes, ideally it would be 2 to 3 weeks, but if the activity if the students were to be showing more interest or more content, then we would go further into this. And it may take, we may break it up and take it throughout several months throughout the year. One of the activities that we might do to reinforce the animals that they have chosen, we might go to the local zoo so we can learn about them from the zookeepers themselves and learn about their habitats and what makes them endangered. We could do research on computers for those specific facts as well. They would take data on that on their data sheets. They would draw pictures of what their habitats would typically look like. They would focus on the characteristics of those animals, what has made them endangered, and what they eat, so that they had all the facts that they needed to continue on to solve the question that they first presented with this project. We'll make a class book of each animal. So even though there may be a group of 5 working on a giraffe, they would all write their specific stories and their facts that they learned about the giraffe, and then they would get up and present as a group. They might draw a picture, or they would be encouraged to either create their animal out of 3D material, just so that they can learn as much about that animal as possible. When we visit the zoo, they would take time to draw pictures and journal entries into their data reports. We'll learn about conservation from the zookeepers as well. We would talk about different ways we as a community could help with conservation. We might come up with a project on how we can help conservation in our community. I would present them with several different projects that they could work on together as a class, maybe working on a pollinator habitats because bees are endangered, or maybe it's a trash pickup to make sure that straws and plastic don't get into our lakes that would endanger fish or wildlife in our neighborhoods as well. So we continue with that. I might also allow them to create safe habitats for their animals through found materials around the home, leaves or sticks, or basically a diorama so that they can show the habitats, what their habitat should look like, but in a hands-on way. We would continue with this. We would end our project with hopefully presenting them to our parents in a group presentation. We'd invite our principal and other classes in to learn as well, so that they could see and learn from the information that they had gathered. The Bloom's taxonomy that the students would be gaining from here is they would be using their remembering, their understanding, and their applying. They would be using, and they may be extended into that next level as well. In the end, the students will have a better understanding of endangered animals and the ways that they can help save these animals from total extinction. Thank you.